It's the Sumo Show, the weekly podcast that discusses everything that's going on in Japanese Grand Sumo. Whether you're deep in sumo lore since the Heisei era, like me, Stan, or you're a dedicated fan who wants to get deeper into what's happening on and off the dojo, or you're brand new to the world of sumo and you just want to learn what it's all about, like our good friend Troy, no matter how much you know about the sport, the Sumo Show has something for you. So let's throw some purifying salt into the ring, do a few big Shiko foot stomps, and see what's new on this week's episode of the Sumo Show. So konnichiwa, everyone. And Okairi, welcome back to my co-host, Troy.
Well, hello.
Hey there, sexy.
I got a little sultry voice.
You do.
Oh, hey, we're live on Facebook.
Hey, that's good.
I'm presuming I see some stuff there. I don't know if it's us or
Something.
somebody.
Something.
Well, yeah. Hi, Stan.
All right.
Been a little minute.
Now it's unclear whether or not anyone types there will show up here in our chat, but it's good that they can see us.
Yeah, Facebook really does like to make everything real difficult.
Yeah, well, they can get in line. What?
in the we're making life difficult line.
Making things difficult for the Sumo Show. Facebook can get in line.
Yes, they can. There is a line forming to the left.
That's all right. You know what? We can take it.
Oh, sure. What are you gonna do? So I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
Oh no, you go.
I was gonna say I'm like I'm blanking on the guy's on the Rikishi's name. Never mind. Joke's ruined. Joke's ruined now.
You're like Tobizaru.
Not Tobizaru.
You're like Shodai.
Yeah, I'm very much like Shodai.
Now we're live. I see you. Are you feeling like the unluckiest sea bream in the ring?
The unluckiest sea bream. We should write a children's book called The Unluckiest Sea Bream.
I think we should. It should be about the sea bream that tries to sumo and then
and then gets eaten.
It'll be a short book, but a delicious one. Yeah.
Hokuto Fuji was the person whose name I was trying to think of. I'm like Hokuto Fuji. Like, here we go, boom, 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 ready to go.
I get it. The pre-match slap up.
Right.
Yeah, gotcha.
Woo, that's a long way for that joke.
But we got there, man. We got there. And we got there together. And we brought a couple people with us.
And it's the friends you make along the way.
It is. It is indeed.
We are here this week after several stops and starts, thanks to conventions and COVID.
Convention-based COVID,
and
colitis.
Calamity. Right. And Facebook being a jerk and YouTube being a jerk.
Creep.
So it's been a while, but we never got quite to the end of our coverage for the Nagoya Basho.
That's right. Yeah.
So we're going to wrap that up today.
We're going to wrap it up because we also have some other stuff to announce with that, which is the winner of the Fantasy Oyakata.
Well, yes, we've got to finish the coverage of the Basho, and that will tell us who won our Fantasy Oyakata game this time around.
Yes, indeedy.
As I recall, there was one Troy Hewitt who was very high up in the rankings last week.
I'm hearing good things about that guy.
Yeah.
Hearing good things. Did some good picking.
And there was one Stan who was dead last.
That was an upset.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. Shocking.
No, it didn't shock me.
It didn't shock you?
But no. As I will say when we look at it again, when Asanoyama went out on day 4, I was not shocked. I wound up at the bottom. The only way I was not going to wind up at the bottom is if someone else lost a major performer or two. So,
hi, David Lemon.
Hey, Dave Lemon. I cannot see that he
He's
said
in
anything, but I
on the
believe you.
Facebook side of things. And, friends, you are going to be, we have a new little approach to this since the we'll call it the tidying of our digital bits. And we send you a link, and it has a list of, well, today it's just 2 days, 14 and 15. You click on that link, and then underneath it, you'll see timestamps. And all you got to do, click to the timestamp, hear us talk about it, and it's like you're there.
Yes, there will be links to the videos we're watching. And in this case, they're not on YouTube. They're on a site called Rumble.
Oh.
I'm
not familiar with Rumble.
I'm only familiar with Rumble because I've used it in the past when YouTube was being the butthead to our video feeders. And that's where Kintamiyama, whose videos we've been using, the way he's avoided trouble on YouTube is by posting stuff there. And after a couple of days, he takes it down and then he moves it over to Rumble, where he doesn't have a problem. Rumble doesn't have a problem.
Hi, Tabletop GM for life.
Hello, Tabletop GM for life. For life.
For life.
Yeah. So, so he has got all of his coverage for the whole tournament over there on Rumble.
Nice.
Permanently. So he's able to pull up his videos here for us to use.
Handy dandy. The other thing I wanted to share is that if you were interested in our past videos, the new collection, you're going to want to go to youtube.com/@Sumo Show.
Yes.
And you will see a brand new YouTube page. The other one was so much
really, if you are watching this anywhere else, we really encourage you to go to youtube.com/@Sumo Show.
Yeah.
And sign up there. That is the new home of Sumo Show video.
That's right. And then, of course, we have the old home, the old folks' home called Facebook, where we have the Sumo Show group page, and you can go there. And
that's where we hang out and chat a lot.
And we do
indeed. Not we were already seeing. It's not the best place for going to watching video and communicating with us.
Mercy.
It
is not. But
they make it difficult.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so I've got the first link up, day 14.
All right. So I'm going to, or we're going to switch over to me sharing my screen here.
I like it.
All right.
Just click on that.
Are you hitting that or am I?
Yo, I can or you can.
Okay. There we go. And this is, you know what? I don't want to share it. Can I turn that off?
I don't know what that is. Oh, it's your.
Hide my sidebar. I don't want to show the sidebar.
No.
All right, here we go. Adjust. It's like we haven't done this in weeks and weeks.
I know, but look how quickly we align.
All right, so this is where things stood when last we left. Entering day 14. Our Yokozuna, Terunofuji, 12-1 is a leader with a 2-match buffer. 2 days to go, 2-match buffer. So right now, the worst thing that can happen to him is that he winds up tied and has to be in a playoff. And the only people that can possibly be in that playoff are Maegashira 6, Takanosho, and Churanomi, Maegashira 12, who have 10 wins because they've got 2 matches left, and they've got to get to 12. If Fuji loses both and one of them wins both, they'll be tied and go to a playoff. If Terunofuji wins either of his remaining 2 matches, he wins the tournament, and it will be his 10th victory as a 10th Yusho as a Yokozuna, and or 10th Yusho of his career, and that will make him a Dai Yokozuna, a great Yokozuna. It is the last step in kind of cementing his career goals of being remembered as a great Yokozuna.
You know, that it is a great story here. I mean, I hope it is. I have not been paying attention, so this is all new to me. And what I didn't know is that as each of the sumo win their match, they absorb the other sumo, and they get bigger and bigger and larger, and then that's until you become the Dai Yokozuna. And that's fascinating.
Yes, and then the next tournament they bring in a whole new batch of 50 people.
Well, they got it because you need it. Yeah,
he can't. Well, I mean, he can't hold them all. He actually expels most of them. He keeps the really small ones, and they just
I see.
disappear forever.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. You know, everyone learns a little something when you
Yeah.
hang out with the Sumo Show.
Let's see other interesting stories that we had been following here. Uh, uh, Sekiwake Kirishima. It's still hard to say that because he's been in Ozeki for a
Yeah.
while. But he lost. Was Makekoshi 2 tournaments in a row, so we dropped down to Sekiwake. He had a one-time chance to get 10 wins this tournament to regain his Ozeki uh, rank. And on day 13, he lost for the 6th time, making it
Ouch.
impossible for that to happen. So he needs to get an 8th win to hold his Sekiwake rank. If he is Makekoshi, he'll get demoted just like anyone else. So we see him down at 7-6. He needs one more win to get his Kachikoshi. And elsewhere, we have Takakeisho, Ozeki Takakeisho, who's down there at 5, and he's already Makekoshi. He was Kadoban this tournament. He had been Makekoshi last tournament, which meant that he needed to get Kachikoshi. He needed to get 8 wins this time to hold on to his Ozeki rank. But as we see, his name is already in red. He already has 8 losses. That means he failed, and next time he's going to drop down to Sekiwake in September. So right now, all he's really fighting for is pride.
Yeah. Yeah.
And trying not to get hurt, so that next time he'll have the same deal that Kirishima had this time. If he can get 10 wins in September, he'll get vaulted back up to Ozeki. And if he can't, he'll just be back among the ordinary guys, up and down, win or lose, heaven and hell. Other people of interest here. Oh, Hoshoryu, they're at 9-4. We know he pulled out. He hurt his hip, so he's out of the tournament. He's not going to get any more wins. They're at 9-4. Onosato, who won the tournament last time, is 8-5. So he's got his Kachikoshi at Sekiwake and is now trying to get to double-digit wins because he's pushing for a promotion to earn his first-time promotion to Ozeki, which means he's trying to get 33 wins over the course of 3 consecutive tournaments.
Exciting.
After 11 wins last time, if he can get 10 wins this time, he'll be in a good position to make a run at it.
Yeah.
Every win short of that, the harder it becomes. Right. You've basically got to average 11 wins over 3 consecutive tournaments. So only getting 10, it means you've got to catch up with 1 extra in the tournament. But going down to 9, and suddenly it becomes a lot harder. So he really needs to get 2 more wins to keep that hope in the immediate terms alive. I think he's as he stays healthy, he's going to become an Ozeki sometime.
Yeah.
Next year, I think.
Hey, I just wanted to pause real quick to let folks know. If you may hear me fade out or mute myself real fast, or because I'm sneezing, I'm coughing, I'm wheezing, all kinds of stuff. And if I sound like I've faded away, it's because I most likely have. Just shake me.
Is retired to the east.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Anyway.
All right, so that's where things stand. Are you ready to do you have any questions or anything you want to talk about what's going on here?
You know, I will say this is one of the bashos where I really feel like I know what's, you know what I mean? I'm comfortable with what's kind of going on and understand the stories and all of that. My questions have nothing to do with anybody who's, even on the schedule, but we won't, Amy, I'll bug you about those maybe at another time.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah, the other thing we're looking at is all these guys who are 7-6 and 6-7.
Yep.
They may
stand.
If they wind up 7-7 going into day 15, they are metaphorically coming to my house. That means
that's right.
On Sunday, on Senchudaku, on the final day, if they are 7-7, it's one match for promotion or demotion. It all comes down to that, and I love those matches. So got a lot of people potentially here going into day 14. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10,
Yeah.
12, 14 or 15 potential 7 and 7s. We'll
And we
see how
usually,
many we actually get.
what's the average, you think? Like, I mean, sometimes we see this big cluster in the middle of folks that look like they're coming to your house, and then it ends up
Yeah.
they
No,
don't.
usually we've got somewhere between 3 and 6 or 7.
Okay, well, that's manageable.
It all depends. But yeah, no, this is a large grouping of people who really need it. They really need it.
They really need it.
They do.
Okay, so if you are friends, if you're watching and you're like, what are they talking about? You're going to want to go to the link that's in chat, or in both the Facebook and Twitch and the other one, YouTube, and click on that link, and it'll open up a page of links, 2 of them, day 14 and 15. We'll start with day 14, open that link up, and then we'll go to the first timestamp.
Yeah. Open the link up and hit pause, and then
What's interesting is Rumble didn't start playing right away, which is kind of nice.
Oh. Well, all right, yeah. So Rumble's Rumble.
Rumble's gonna rumble.
Yeah, it functions in its own way, but you do want it to be paused as you're moving between these timestamps.
Yeah. So you can scrub it.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to 4 minutes and 53 seconds is our first stop here.
What's interesting is that 4 minutes and 53 seconds.
And we got Roga and Kinbozan. Roga is Russian, half Russian, and Kinbozan is from Kazakhstan.
Okay.
He's not having a great tournament. He's 4-9. Roga is one of our mixed guys. He's 7 and 6. If he can win today, he'll get his Kachikoshi. If not, he's coming to my house.
But we definitely expected a little more from Roga in general. He just because he hasn't really been a real standout.
Yeah, well, Roga's one of those guys. He was doing great in Jurio, the second division, and everyone expected great things from him. And he popped up in the top division. He's had a hard time winning records in the top division. That's kind of the level where he's hit his current ceiling, and he's trying to break through it. And this time he's got a chance at it. I don't know whether he's only done it once or he hasn't done it at all. Gotten a winning record in the top division. He's been very lucky because so many people around him at the lower part of the division have done so badly. He's managed to kind of stay in place despite having losing records. But he knows that if he wants to hang around, and particularly if he wants to start climbing the ladder, he's got to get his Kachikoshi. He's got to get 8 wins.
Right.
All right, so here we go. Ready? Hit it.
Play. Oops.
So Roga's hit a little jump.
Hey.
Comes in, they lock up, and it's kind of a weak position for Kinbozan, but he manages to shuck him to the side. He had a really weak Tachi. I don't know why.
Yeah, it seemed a little soft.
Forward, and I think because of that, he never was in a position to do anything but defensive sumo. And
now, I'm not familiar with this Gyoji. He's a differently shaped Gyoji than I've seen before.
Well, this is also very early. There are a lot of Gyoji early in the day that you don't see, right?
Yeah, cinnamon Gyoji.
So yeah, go back and look at that again. But see that besides having a little yip there, Roga gets in. Kinbozan doesn't keep him away, and then once Roga has his hands on his belt, he's kind of in control. And Kinbozan almost makes a good defensive move a couple of times, but not good enough to turn the tables. And eventually, Roga just drives him out. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to 705.
7:05.
Where we are going to watch Tobizaru and Oshoma. Yeah, the note there said that this was by winning that bout, Roga got his first Kachikoshi. He finally managed to get a winning record.
Good for him. Good for him.
So maybe this is the start of him beginning to make that that next advancement. Or maybe he still is just, that's his ceiling and he's going to 50-50 it for a while. But we'll see. Tobizaru and Oshoma, both of them are 7-6. Whoever wins this is not coming to my house. Whoever loses it is.
Big fan of Tobizaru, but also, why am I not familiar with Oshoma?
Oshoma is relatively new to the top division and has not been involved in
the matches
the big matches. That we only watch a handful of matches, right?
Yeah.
But he is someone that is among the young guys that are up and comers, and we may be seeing more of him.
Okay, nice. All right, you ready?
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Hit it. Tobizaru's ready. He's Oshoma.
He's a big boy.
He's in. Yep. Well, Tobizaru is not a big boy. He's
he's tiny.
Too. But yeah, Oshoma he's got a good build. He's a young guy with a good build. Oh,
Tobizaru was. Look at him! Look at him! He's the best. He's just the best. Did it seem like Tobizaru grew like 6 arms? It was just slapping him rapid fire, just creating a wall.
And then, Oshoma just did not defend that front leg out front. He was not set for it.
What a trickster.
One little kick. Boop. Down he goes.
You
watching all the replays of that?
Yes, it's so good.
There's a lot of angles. It wasn't a big hard kick, just right.
Just a little tap, right?
And down he goes.
That was great. So, that's not a move I see a lot of.
Well, you know who? So, can you think of other Richie you have seen that kind of thing from?
No.
See, Hoshoryu will do that.
Oh, sure.
He's doing sweeping legs and that kind of kick the leg around or under and lift up. But he also does a lot of little, because he maneuvers the positioning so well, where he'll do a little kick on someone's leg. And often, even if it doesn't work, he does that because then they defensively shift their weight, and he takes advantage of that.
Ah, I see. Yeah, that's clever. That was really fun to watch. It was an unexpected end.
All right, so a nice win. Tobizaru gets his Kachikoshi. Oshoma coming to my house. Going to be 7-7. All right, so next we're going to go to 11-07. 11-07.
11-0. I guess 11-06 will have to do.
Where we've got Abi and Kirishima. Kirishima, as we said, he's now trying to get his 8th win. And Abi also trying to get his 8th. We got another situation where whoever wins is going to be Kachikoshi. Whoever loses is going to be 7-7 coming to Stan's house.
There we go.
You ready?
I am.
Wow, what did I do? Are you ready? I'm practicing for my bar mitzvah today. Today I am a man. All right, hit it.
Boom.
Abi, Kirishima.
Oh.
That was a good try by Kirishima. His thought was Abi was going to come forward. And Abi, right? If you go, I don't remember where they're going to show a replay. Probably not. Most of them don't. Yeah. So we go back and watch it again. Kirishima does comes in hard and up to get Abi's arms out of the way. And the idea is that he's going to go in and grab his belt. But Abi just wheels backwards and slaps him down.
Slapped him right down. Yeah.
But unfortunate. But so the big thing for Kirishima still is worrying about his health.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not worried. It was not a bad. It's an unfortunate loss, but it wasn't a bad loss. But he's 7-7, so we're going to see him tomorrow.
All righty. That's a pretty sneaky move. There's some tricky. Everyone's pulling some tricky stunts tonight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you often find as you get to the final weekend and desperation starts to be in the air all the time. People pulling out every stop they can to get that win, to get that 8th win. Abi just wants that 8th win, right? Push him up, slap him down. I got 8 wins. I can go. Now I don't have to worry about it.
I don't. Yeah.
Kirishima still has to worry about it. He's got to win on Sunday. All right. So now we're going to go to 1150.
Alrighty.
We've got Kotozakura going against Takakeisho. Takakeisho, as we said, fighting for pride. Kotozakura still, he's out of the running, but he's still, this is only his second tournament as an Ozeki. He still wants to be dominant, and he wants to beat the other Ozeki as much as he can. Also, I'm looking at that nice lady in the red kimono behind him. Pretty.
Oh, I might be seeing a different frame. What am I on? 11. I'm
1150.
I'm on 1140 or 51 maybe. I don't see the red kimono.
Behind Kotozakura.
Oh, now I see it. Yeah, now I see it. It's just a camera angle. Like I just wasn't there yet. She's very, very pretty.
Yeah. All right. Ready?
Yes.
Hit it. Sakura. Line up. Oh. Little anxious.
Does that happens to him a lot, doesn't it?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's another kind of weak Takakeisho's neck back problems, I think, are showing there.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we just watch that again, once he starts going backwards, he's like, yeah, I'm done. I can't, there's nothing I can do here.
Yeah, it was pretty quick and pretty definitive where you just said, nope, I'm done.
Keisho, 5-9. He really doesn't want to have double-digit losses. I mean, they kind of like you want to get double-digit wins. You really don't want double-digit losses. And he's lucky in that because he's an Ozeki, even though he's Kataban and he's going to get demoted, he will only get demoted 1 rank. No matter how bad he does, he's only going to be Sekiwake. Won't drop any lower than that next time. But if he does that badly in September, then he would drop a big long ways with 9 or 10 losses.
David Lemon, who sorry, David, you said this a minute ago, but said Troy and Beetlejuice.
Troy.
I'm not sure what that means.
I don't understand, but I know Dave, and I do. It was clever.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna laugh. Dave.
Oh, Dave.
Oh, Dave,
you are such a wit. All right, let's go back to. So now we're gonna look at what the leaders are doing.
Nice. I love this. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to 11:30. Jump back to 11:30.
Jump back 11:30.
And we get Churanoumi and Onosato.
Okay.
Churanoumi, of course, is one of those guys in second place. If he can win, he still is. He's hoping that Terunofuji will lose. Right? He needs to win both of his remaining matches in order to have a shot. Onosato, 8-5, is trying to get those double-digit wins.
Oh, I see. David Lemon says gasping and wheezing and might just disappear. Yeah, Beetlejuice's final throws.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
All right, ready?
Yes.
Hit it.
Click.
Umi Onosato comes in. Onosato just
Oh,
destroys him.
wow.
Just destroys him.
Just didn't give him a chance to even breathe.
Yeah. Shinomi's hopes are over. He is out of the running for the Basho. But at Maegashira 12, with 10 wins and possibly 11, he very well may get a special prize.
Nice.
Right, that's a very good performance. It's the kind of thing that he got his double-digit wins. He was one of the Show contenders until the final weekend. That's the kind of performance that merits consideration for a special prize.
A dig.
All right, not a lot to rewatch there. So let's jump forward to 1224.
1224.
Where we've got Terunofuji and our other contender, Takanosho. Now, if Takanosho wins, he's still in the mix. If Terunofuji wins, he just wins the tournament.
Nice.
This is it. If he can win here,
okay.
We got a little chili pepper on the side. There is a spicy,
It's hot. Yeah.
spicy match.
Spicy match.
So whenever you are ready, you can hit it.
Peek.
Fuji. It's up. And look at that Nodowa. Look at that.
Wow.
Takanosho comes in and watch the wheelchair replays on this. The Zabuton, the cushions are flying.
That's pretty egregious.
All right, so here you see the replay. He comes in and he immediately gets the Nodowa and drives him back. One more time at this angle, you can see better. He immediately goes up there, and that's.
Oh, he just stopped him like a.
Yeah, it's hard. Someone gets a good throat hold on you, right? You've got to recognize it and
try to get away from it. Yeah,
did a very good job of oh man, look at one angle where you see it, and you just see Terunofuji's eyes bug out as the Nodowa hits.
That's right. It's very dramatic.
Yeah.
And then to end the match, he's sitting there, and I overclicked here. This was 11:50. Towards the end, when you first see the first cushion kind of glance off his skull,
yeah,
and he's kind of at first he looks a little consternated, and then it looks like he looks pretty elated. Like it
was so in the interview after this, he said, I wasn't sure what happened. He said, I tell you the truth, I was up there. I was just kind of doing it. I wasn't sure what happened. I couldn't believe I won. And then the Zabuton hit me, and I was like, oh, this is real.
That's right. You can see his realization come to. Yeah, that's great.
I'm looking at that again.
Yeah, me too.
He wins, and here, look on his face. Oh wow, what's happened? I don't understand. Whoa, cushion hits me in the head. I won.
Yeah, it's great. Really, really great reaction.
So, yeah.
Now, did you tell me once? Now, back in the day, back in the early days of the Sumo Show, when I was a mere sumoling, did you tell me that people can get in trouble for throwing their cushions?
Well, they're not supposed to. They've been told not to do that. In fact, if you had the audio on, you would hear the ring announcers saying, "Please don't throw the cushion." Well, I mean, and you understood the Japanese, they're basically saying, "Please do not throw cushions. We don't, please do not throw cushions. It's dangerous."
There are like 70 cushions.
Woo! Here go the cushions.
I suppose that if you are, I've only seen it once where someone got so mad it was just a single cushion went flying, and I suppose you'd be in trouble. But if you got 70 of them, I bet everyone's like, "Yay!"
The other thing was, and I think this came up earlier this tournament. In a lot of the venues, they're now securing the cushions, like they're tying them down so you can't throw them. And I think everyone kind of thought they had done that here, but Really, apparently not.
No, yeah, those look
There's a
pretty
whole
mobile.
lot of purple cushions flying through the air there.
That's fun.
So that and we come back. I'm trying to get things organized on my desktop again so I can see. We can go back and look at our rankings entering day 15, and here's where
Here we go.
got Terano Fuji is now 12-2. Takanosho is one behind him.
Uh,
So if Takanosho can manage to win today, and Terano Fuji loses today, they're going to have a playoff match and they'll fight again.
very interesting.
We look here, we've got managed to have 4 people who wound up 7-7. Of those, what was it, 12 or 13 possibilities?
Yeah.
4 of them wound up being 7-7. Kirishima and Tamawashi, who will fight each other on day 15, and Oshoma and Ichiyamamoto, who will fight each other on day 14.
What a dramatic, yeah. So that is a dramatic shrinkage of that pool. Interesting to know.
Before we go there,
Yeah.
Back on the day 14 video that we were watching,
Yes.
we've looked a couple of times while in NHK's coverage during the whole top division, the day of top division fights kind of goes. There are 10 matches, and then they take like a 5-minute break as they switch the shimpan around the ring and clean everything up.
Yeah.
While they're doing that, NHK usually will show videos of matches from the past.
Yeah.
And this whole year, they've been showing matches from the Nagoya tournament of 10 years ago.
Ah, interesting.
So I thought here on the day 14 is a good match between 2 Yokozuna, between Hakuho and Kakuryu.
Okay.
And go to 8 minutes even. We can see Hakuho is going for his 30th Yusho win. On his way to 32 was the record, breaking the record. 31 was tying the record for most Yusho wins in a career. So this was 2014 is as he was approaching that that level. He had 29 Yusho wins. He was going for his 30th in this.
A real pivotal area what am I saying? Era. I was like area.
Yeah.
What's an area?
And so we see him in this time in 2014. There were 3 Yokozuna. There's Hakuho and Kakuryu and Haruma Fuji. And the way they set, how we say here, we often see it. They wait till the end of the tournament to make the Ozeki fight each other, or the biggest matches. So in these days, the final 3 days were always ended with a Yokozuna versus Yokozuna match.
Got you.
Very often were very big matches. So this will be the final match of the day on day 14 in 2014.
Okay.
Hakuho and Kakuryu. And we look here, they've fought a lot. They've fought 35 times in the past. See here. Hakuho has beaten them 31-4.
Pretty, yeah.
Again,
He's dominating.
We talk about how great Hakuho was, and moments like this, we get. This is kind of just a way to show you what that was like. Because Kakuryu is a Yokozuna. He's great, and Hakuho just has owned him. Is he ready?
I'm ready.
Hit it.
Bing bong.
Line up. You also get to see Hakuho in his prime.
I was gonna say, look at that young guy.
Get the 2 of them. Oh,
Scrappy.
And I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can see the difference between this and the scrappy matches we watch. Just how good their moves are.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like they fumble into this. Oh, and Hakuho. And he does that. There's that move we sometimes talk about where he Hakuho doesn't step out. He just sits squared off at the bottom of the ring and pushes him over the edge and then keeps him from going over. Like
I like
push him
those.
out and you just stay there. I have won.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So that keeps Hakuho tied for first place in this tournament.
It's also interesting to look at the ring is a little different.
How so?
Well, it's. Hang on, let me get back to that. That was what was it? 8. Just 8. At 8, it looked like it was a full circle with no divots.
No, there are divots. The lighting and the cameras aren't as good.
That might be
Cameras
it
have
then.
gotten better in the last. I mean, this is not even so long ago, right? This is 2014.
Yeah, I mean, 2014. I didn't realize we were all so blurry back then.
Turns out, yes, but at least we were in color.
Right? Yeah, yeah. So I guess maybe I'm not seeing this the way that I ought to. I'm trying to. It looks like the circle doesn't have the veil. Oh, I see it.
It's zoomed in, so you can't see them.
Yeah,
Right?
Then when I move one
it
frame,
moves to the edge as he gets there, you can see that it's there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. When I go frame by frame, it's always expertly blocked by by a sumo leg or just a little clipping. But nice.
Left leg when he pushes against the Tawada is back in that little divot area.
Little pocket. Yeah, yeah. All right.
So that was our
day 14 blast
for day
from
14.
The past. Yeah.
And now we've looked at where we're at for day 15. So let's go to the day 15 video.
Okay.
And let's start with 10 years ago. Let's because I don't want to make that wait. Let's start with that. So what we just saw was Hakuho beating Kakuryu and tied for the lead going into day 15. And he's going to be fighting here on our day 15 video at 7 minutes and 36 seconds.
7 minutes, 36 seconds. Okay.
We've got Hakuho against the other Yokozuna of the time, Haruma Fuji. They also have fought, they've fought 46 times. And Haruma Fuji does significantly better, but Hakuho still has a big lead over him. 28 and 18.
28 and 18, yeah. Sizable.
But see, they've both had pretty long careers, and they've fought each other. They've been at the top of their game for a long time, which means they fight each other every tournament. We don't see records like this these days because we've had so much turnover.
Right.
People are just starting to build. We're hoping the next few years we'll start to get records against each other that have 2 double-digit numbers.
Right.
It'll be a while though. But here we go. So this is the final match of the day. Based on Haruma Fuji is not the other guy that Hakuho was tied with. Turns out I don't remember who it was, but he lost earlier in the day. So if Hakuho can win this, then he will win the tournament. And if he loses it, he'll have to go to a playoff.
All right.
So,
hit it.
Oh, wait. Well, before you hit it.
Yeah.
Looking at the crowd again.
Yes.
To the left, on the left side, there's a woman in the red kimono.
Yes.
And there's a different woman in the red kimono.
I thought you were going to say it's the same woman.
It's a woman in kind of a cream-colored sweater.
Sure. Shoulder length hair.
Keep your eye on her.
Okay, I will.
All right. Ready?
Ready?
Go.
Bing.
Line up. Back up. Oh, trying to spin around. She's so thrilled.
She is just thrilled. She doesn't know what to do with herself. She's clapping.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. This is some sumo.
Yeah. She just keeps clapping. That's Go, 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 go.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Fuji drives in, but Hakuho's got his belt. Waiting to get a good opening. Kyoji's blocking her. Oh! What a nice move by Hakuho. Wate Dashinage.
Nice.
He wins the tournament. I'm going back and watching again. There she is. She's
Me
clapping.
too.
The Gyojo's standing in the way, but she's still clapping.
Yeah.
Go, go, go,
She's
go, go.
positively giddy.
And down. Oh, what a nice move that was.
Yeah.
And Hakuho gets his 30th Yusho.
Now, there was a part of that I don't know what he was trying to do, but he kind of did a little jump up in the air frog leg kick.
Well, what happened was that he moved a little, and Hakuho started to lift him up. He didn't jump in the air. He got caught shifting his weight, and Hakuho lifted him.
I
the
see.
frog kick is what they do when they're getting lifted to try and get their opponent to put them back down. To break the grip and not allow them to just lift them up and carry them out.
Yeah. It's just the way that it happened. It just sort of looked like he was doing a little gallop.
Yeah. Oh God, she is so funny.
She's hilarious. She's really, really into this.
Go, 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 go. Yeah. Hakuho's got that grip, and he comes in, and he goes in too far, and Hakuho has that. Just looking at exactly that moment again. Hakuho's got that angle under his shoulders, and so he starts to lift him up. And Hirofuji says, kick, go, no, get my feet on the ground. Don't do that. Trying to find the grip. And Hakuho, Uwate Dashinage. So that's our 10 years ago.
I like it.
Now, for a second, let's go back to our to look at the screen here on our main viewer, not the video. And I'm going to scroll down and reveal the Juryo standings.
Good. Let's do.
Because there's a good fight in Juryo here. If we look here, we see that Shirokuma, Juryo 8, and Shishi, Juryo 10, are tied at 11-3, and Hakuoho is one behind them at 10-4. And Shishi and Hakuoho are fighting on day 15. Shishi.
Do not. That's a new name to me.
No, he has not made it up to the top division yet. He's another one of those young guys that
showing some promise.
Everyone's been looking forward to.
Yeah,
and he's European. Shishi is from Ukraine.
I see.
There's a big deal being made last year and the tail of the year before because Shishi and Roga were coming up at the same time. Shishi is from Ukraine. Roga is from Russia. So the sports, the news people and the sports media kept trying to make a thing about that.
Right. Yeah.
Ukraine and
the war in the ring. Yeah.
But they're both really good, and we should see Shishi up in the top division.
Nice. Well, I like
next. I mean, he's done this well. If he wins the tournament, for sure. But even then, he's going to finish one of the top 2 or 3. We'll probably see him in the top division in September, almost certainly. But let's say
I hope so. It's a nice departure for the on the mouthfeel.
Yeah, Shishi,
just real simple.
Nice and easy. Okay, so we got Shishi, and so if we come back to our video, now having looked at that, that's the situation. If Shishi wins and Shirokuma wins, they'll be tied and they'll have a playoff. If Hakuoho beats Shishi, they'll both be 11-4, and then Shirokuma can win the division if he wins, and if he loses, then it'll be a tie, and we'll have a 3-way playoff. So
I want that to happen.
It's very exciting stuff.
It is.
It is. But let's see what happened.
Okay, we're at right now.
We're looking at on day 15. We're looking at 10 seconds in because it starts with that.
That's right.
10. And we've got Shishi and Hakuoho.
Okay.
Go. Hakuoho's got a little bit of a sideways grip. Oh!
Oh my gosh. Ouch.
Get a mono E.
Oh.
I'm a little ahead of you, I can tell.
You are a little ahead of me, but I didn't want to click ahead because I don't want to miss a thing. Wow, he caught air.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh, ouch.
Yeah. The question was whether Hakuoho's heels hit, and they didn't, clearly. So
Yeah, clearly.
the win goes to Hakuoho.
And he does look like the whitest guy at this sumo place.
He's the whitest guy on the dohyo.
Yeah, really.
So they're both 11-4 now, which means that the next match that rolls up is Toki Hayate, who's a new up-and-comer who everyone, a couple of people were talking. I don't think, well, he's in Juryo, so no one picked him in our tournament or thing. But a lot of people have been very hot on him as another young guy with a lot of promise. He's not a big guy, but he's another one of those small, tough fighters.
Oh, we like those. Yeah. Cunning,
and
crafty little. Yeah.
Whose name means white bear.
Oh.
So I don't know if in this video you'll see it. There's a lot of kids who like him because his name is their kanji that little kids will have learned, Shiro and Kuma. And so, and also it's a fun name. It's like Flying Monkey, right? He's the white bear. I like the white bear.
I like that.
So you'll see little signs with white bear drawings on it. Stuff.
That's great.
So here, Shirakuma, if he can win here, he'll win the tournament. And if not, we're going to have a playoff. Hit it.
Oh, whoops, sorry. I jumped on an accident. Okay.
Where are you?
Now I'm back.
Ooh. There you go.
Nice.
Shirakuma takes the U show.
All right.
Shishi and Hakuoho finish tied for second. So all three of them should be in the top division, I think. I don't remember.
How that?
Well, I don't. Shishi. No, well, I guess not. Shishi's Juryo 10. Yeah, he probably won't be up in September. He's not going to get that big a promotion. In fact, all three of them, I thought they were higher on the rank. Yeah, no, none of them are especially likely. They'll be up at the top of Juryo next time.
Right.
And if they do well, then we'll see them in November.
Very interesting.
I thought they were all about 5 ranks higher than they are. Oh, well. All right, so I'm going to switch the view back to our day 15 rankings, and we're going to now look at things that happened on day 15 in the top division.
Let's do that.
I'm going to start with our leaders. Find out what's going on. Remember, if Takanosho loses, then he's out of the running for the U show. And he's fighting Onosato at 11 minutes and 21 seconds. We got another chili hot pepper of the day.
We sure do.
Onosato gets a Shikunsho, and both of them get Shikunsho, and oh no! All right, so Onosato gets a Shikunsho. Takanosho gets a Kanto Show, Fighting Spirit prize, and if he wins the tournament, he'll also get the technique prize.
Got it.
So, sorry, I'm just opening my app here because I don't remember who got prizes. I need to look at. I also wish I could. I can never remember which is which. The Shikun show and the Gin show and the Kanto show. What they mean.
Yeah.
Which one's which? Kanto shows fighting spirit. Okay, good. All right, enough of that. Let's watch this match.
Let's do it.
Go. How about that?
That's something that it was a pretty quick.
So let's watch. We'll show replay here, and let's watch again. Remember what he did against Terunofuji? He does the same thing there. See, he immediately goes for the throat. He's decided that is his big move.
Yeah,
As he beat the Yokozuna with it, and that's how he wins this one too. He doesn't hold it to finish it off, but that's what gets Onosato moving backwards there.
Yeah,
and then he drives forward and finishes it off before he can recover.
His face.
Go for the throat. Go for the eyes, boo.
Yeah.
All right, so that's one. So now we're going to jump ahead to 1307.
1307.
Where we will see Yokozuna Terunofuji and Zeki Kotozakura, who has never beaten him before. So he had fought 8 times. Terunofuji, if he wins this, he wins the tournament. If he loses this, he's going to have to do a playoff against Takanosho.
Very interesting.
So if you are ready,
I'm ready.
Please hit it.
Click.
So line up. And Terunofuji gets a clamp on his arm, but not enough.
Oh.
Kotozakura is able to slip out of that clamp and throw him to the ground. So we're going to a playoff.
Wow, nice.
Let's watch a replay on this before we pause it. Come on. They tease us by showing Takanosho walking in the dressing room, but here's a replay. And so we see Terunofuji gets in and we've seen him do that a lot, where he gets someone who drives in and he clamps down on the arms.
What's your timestamp on that replay?
Hmm?
What's the timestamp on that replay?
1350.
1350. I was close. And by close, I mean not at all. All right.
So he comes in and he gets a clamp. And we've seen him do this before, right? Where he clamps down and the other guy can't go anywhere, and then he's able to take control. But if we continue watching it, see that it's not quite strong enough, and Kotozakura gets that one arm loose, and that allows him to grab the shoulder and do that. We've seen a lot of folks do that shoulder throw, right? We've seen Ura do that a lot.
Yeah.
He gets an arm free, and then Tobizaru does that too. Gets an arm free, and then Midori Fuji does that a lot.
Yeah.
Where he comes in, gets the shoulder, manages to wriggle himself free, and is able to grab the shoulder and roll the guy down before he can do anything about it. So, it was looking pretty good off the Tachi.
Yeah.
Terunofuji had the clamp, got him in, let him in, clamped his arms, but he didn't have a strong enough clamp, and he moved before he secured that. Right? I think he was just either a little too confident or a little too rushed. It's like, I want this to be over with. And Kotozakura made a nice move to slip that arm free and do a little shoulder throw. So there's going to be a playoff.
Nice.
But we're not going to look at that yet. We're going to go to my house first.
Let's go to your house.
We're going to go to 528.
528. There we go. As if by magic, I am there.
Got Oshoma and Ichi Yamamoto, Both of them 7-7. One of them's up. One's going to be up. One of them's going to be down.
This Gyoji ain't no slouch. finally pressed.
He's very well starched.
Yeah, he can cut someone with that.
All right. Hit it.
Boom.
Oh, Yamamoto's a little anxious. Let's try that again. Yamamoto's trying to keep him away, drive him backwards, and Shuma lets himself get turned sideways. I don't know what happened there.
I was gonna ask, just something real weird happened.
He just made a bad decision. He made a bad call.
Yeah.
Go back and look at it again. He's going backwards, and he looks like he wants to do something.
Yeah.
He got his left and right mixed up. I don't know, because he turned to make a move, and you can see that he realized, I don't want to do this.
Yes, yeah.
By the time and he's stopping it, and Yamamoto is saying, "Oh no, this is what you want to do, totally."
Yeah.
Get out of town, buddy. But going back and looking at that again, I feel so bad. It's like he's not in a terrible position, and then he just makes that half turn to his left, and suddenly he's completely out of position, and he knows it.
Yeah,
and he's trying to find a way to undo that, and Yamamoto, to his credit, jumps right in there and doesn't let him. So Yamamoto gets the Kachikoshi. Oshoma,
nice.
Makekoshi.
Oh.
So then we're going to jump ahead to 10:51.
Alrighty.
We've got Kirishima, who's not going to get back to being Ozeki, but if he can win this match, he will stay a Sekiwake. And Tamawashi, who is the Iron Man of the division, oldest guy in the division. He is 4 matches away, somewhere between 4 or 7 matches away from setting the record for most appearances or most consecutive appearances.
Now, what does that mean?
He's never missed a day.
Oh, I think we did talk about this. Yeah.
In all of his big long 39-year career.
That's incredible.
So he's we talked about this before, because he was forced to sit out because someone else in his stable had COVID, and they decided that they weren't going to penalize him because he was okay to fight. They made him sit out. And that's the little asterisk on his award.
That's right. We did talk about this. Yeah.
But if that hadn't happened, he would have set the record already. He's got a few more matches to go in September. He provided something terrible doesn't happen between now and then, he should break that all-time record, which is pretty amazing. But first, he's got to fight Kirishima today. So if you are ready,
I'm ready.
Hit it.
Boom.
Kirishima keeps him off his belt and drives forward, and gets his arm underneath there, and just to make him sit down. Sit down, old man. You look tired.
Have a seat. Yeah.
Must be tough being the oldest guy in the division. Let's go back and watch it again. But good start. Kirishima, his kind of fighting, right? He comes in hard and manages to hold him off until he can get a grip, and then it's just over. They're also
Yeah,
both of
I
them are
just can't.
Mongolian, so they all the Mongolians are pretty close to one.
Yeah, I imagine they would be.
So there you go. Kirishima gets his win, gets his Kachikoshi, will be a Sekiwake again in September. And will have to start earning his way back to being a Ozeki. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of other things tied up in that, right? Right now, he is the first Mongolian who's ever been an Ozeki. If he doesn't get back there, he will be the first one that failed to make it to Yokozuna. Every other Mongolian who's become an Ozeki has gone on to become a Yokozuna.
I see. That is a heavy legacy.
Yep. Right behind him, though, is Hoshoryu.
Yeah.
So that we don't know. That rung may be broken or about to be broken. All right, if we go to 14-13.
14-13, I'm there.
We are here for the playoff. Here's our playoff.
Boy, here it is.
Terunofuji and Takanosho. Are you ready for this?
I don't know if I'm ready, but I'm ready.
All right, well then, hit it.
Click.
Line it up.
Oh.
And see, Takanosho went.
Oh my gosh. Come on. Yes. Yeah. Okay, great.
Terunofuji gets the win. Takanosho went for that Nodowa again.
Yeah.
So he did it on Saturday. He did it on Sunday against Onosato. It's like he thought, this is how I win. This is the move I get. This is it. That's all I have to do is go for the throat.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get to the part where Hakuho gives him a kiss?
Not yet. Yeah, let me see it. I'm almost there. Yes, I did. Yeah.
Well done.
You know what,
buddy?
There's a point in this match where it looked like and a Dai Yokozuna's born. That's great. Where it looked like he was about to tear his torso from his body. I'm trying to find the timestamp here. It was pretty like it looked like he was just rattling him, just shaking him.
Yeah.
Right up. I missed it.
Watching the slow mo or the full speed?
I'm watching the full speed. Right. Real intense, this one.
Yeah, but if we go back and look at it again, see Takanosho immediately comes in with the Nodowa, and this time I think Terunofuji's ready. He doesn't go all the way in. He leaves his shoulders back, shrugs it off, and then moves in to grab him. And gets that one arm, as we've seen him do a lot this tournament, one arm under the other guy's arm and lifting that shoulder up, so he basically immobilizes one side.
Right.
For Takanosho here, he gets it under his left arm and forces that left shoulder up, and there's really nothing Takanosho can do from that left side anymore.
Yeah. Watching
he didn't. Right now. Terunofuji didn't have a great on the right side. On his left side, he didn't have a great grip. He's gone over the other arm to grab the belt, which is not a lot of leverage.
Yeah.
But by disarming Takanosho's other side, he basically left him. He didn't leave him any recourse.
Yeah.
And he marches him out, and he gets his 10th Yusho. Gets his Dai Yokozuna Yusho.
Congratulations to me. I hope. I can't remember now.
So there we go. That was awesome.
That was pretty awesome. That was very, very awesome.
We got 2 bouts of the day to look.
Nice.
2 more bouts of the day to look at. So let's go back to the day 14 video.
Let's do it.
If you didn't close that, if you did close it, open it up again.
You'll find the link at the top of the page.
And we're going to go to 2 minutes and 26 seconds.
2 minutes and 22. Okay.
And we're going to have... Oh, wait. That's not right. What did I get wrong there? That's a Shodai fight.
Can't get away from him.
I've got Shodai is our day 14. Where's the one I'm looking for? Oh, am I looking at? No, I'm looking at the right day. So we want to go to, in fact, we want to go to 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Typo there, not 2:26, 2:46.
2:46. Okay, there we go. Midori Fuji.
2:46 is Kageyaki and Midori Fuji.
Okay.
So, having delayed it that long, let's just watch it.
Click.
Go.
So small.
Fuji doing his usual jump around, stay out of the way, slap him a few times, get out of the way.
Wow, good on.
Back.
That was great.
Yeah, he's got a lot of nice little slaps and jumps to keep Kageyaki from getting his hands on him, and then is able to eventually get in with a deep drive, grab the belt, and drive him out.
All of the moves you would expect from someone with that much of a differential in like kind of tricky, fast moves, but I didn't expect that he would push him out of the ring like that.
Well, see, again, he waits until Kageyaki starts moving back. We always say that when you start moving back, that's when you're in potential trouble. And he waits until Kageyaki takes a step or two backwards on his own volition and drives in and keeps him going that way. Right?
Yeah. Good job on that little guy.
Win.
I said, good job on that little guy.
Way to go, little man.
Little guy, little dude.
All right, so now let's go to the final day 15 video, and we're going to go to 5:02.
5:02.
Let's hope I got this one right.
And I'm there.
And we've got Shodai and Bushozan.
Okay, am I starting?
Maybe 5:03?
It's not 5:01. It's not 5:00. Okay, I found it. Right, great.
Shodai and Bushozan. Shodai has gotten his Kachikoshi. He's 9-5. He's going for a double-digit win here.
All right, well, let's see if he can malinger some more.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Hit it.
Oh, shoot.
What did you do?
When I went to hit the play button, I accidentally hit the bar. So it went all the way back to the very beginning of the
Oh dear.
Day 14.
Come back and join me. I'll reset it. All
right. And that's, again, it's, what was it?
5:03.
5:03, thanks. All right. There we go. All right.
Hit it.
Click.
It's such a Shodai win.
It's such a Shodai win. The more things change.
Yeah, you know what? It's weird, right? It seems like that's kind of an ironic bout of the day, but all the really good bouts were the bouts we watched already. There were a lot of kind of not bad bouts, but just kind of lackluster bouts.
Yeah.
It's a nice move by Shodai, but he certainly is not covering himself in glory this low down on the Banzuke, having to make that kind of move to beat Bushozan.
Yeah.
But he does, which is good enough. 10 wins.
That's Soul Shodai. I mean, not quite good enough.
Just barely what he needs.
The Malinger, we'll call him.
Isn't that a Jackson Brown song?
I think it is. I think it is one of my
Sure.
favorites. Wow.
All right. And so if we come here, standings leaving day 15, come back and look, and this is where things stand. This is where things stand. Terunofuji wins. Takanosho finishes second. And Wakataka Kage finishes third because Tsunonomi lost again on Sunday. So he dropped to 10-5. 10-5, also a very good record, though. And he did not get a special prize, which I think is actually an oversight. At Maegashira 12, finishing 10-5 and having been in the Yusho hunt until Saturday, I think that he deserved a prize. But the sumo judges did not see it that way. We see that Shodai also finishes in that fourth place group.
Interesting.
Hidedomi's up there. Kotozakura's up there. Endo.
I just
Yeah.
can't believe he made it up there. I mean, okay, you know. I also like the font that he's using here, some kind of Willy Wonka business. It feels, but anyway, yeah. So that's
What?
I'm still going to Shodai up there, you know.
Yeah. Shodai. Maegashira 10. 10-5.
I guess. Welcome to with Stan and Troy.
Show.
What even is that as an expression? It's sort of like it's not perplexed, really, is it? Yeah. Is it kind of almost sarcastic?
All right.
Anyway,
so let's see.
All right. Well, well,
things stand. Yeah, it sure has.
Time to go, right? I'm so sleepy. We've got this cold.
If you're ready to go, I am.
Okay.
I thought you might want to do a little more business while we were here.
Just a little bit. I need it.
Okay, well then I'd better switch. Replace the screen I'm sharing with Sensio Yukata.
Nice.
All right, so
I know everybody's on the edge of their seat waiting for the results.
Find out how things went. We see here, best possible result after the whole tournament is 59 points. And that is to have Terunofuji as your champion level and Hidedomi as your Sanyaku level, weirdly enough, at 10-5. Tobizaru at your upper Maegashira, Takanosho in your middle, and Wakataka Kage in the lower. Also, you would need to have picked Terunofuji to win and Takanosho to finish second in order to get that 59 point.
I really think I did that. I think I picked it. I mean, I don't think I did 59, but
I think that. Wait.
I think as much as this is about what I picked, it's also about trying to remember what I picked.
No, I didn't add in. This is actually 61 is what that total should be.
Oh.
I didn't factor in. I didn't put it in, so it's counting that you got these Yusho and Jun Yusho right.
Sandbagging everybody else. I see how it goes.
No one else got them, so it doesn't really matter. No one guessed either of them. I can tell you that without tipping anything. No one got that part right. But here we go. We are going to start at the very bottom with the guy who finished last.
It is none other than... Oh, you did finish last.
I finished last. No surprise. 36. Not a terrible score. At Kotozakura, who did pretty well. Onosato did well. But then Wakamoto Haru, Makikoshi, Oshomo, Makikoshi, and Asanoyama out with only after day 5.
Oh, yeah, that was rough.
So not really surprised. I picked Kotozakura and Onosato as my Yusho and Jun Yusho. So, as I said before, if Asanoyama had finished and it finished with 9 or 10 wins, which is what we were expecting from him at a minimum, that would have been another 6 or 7, and I would have had 42 or 43 points, possibly more. But I didn't, and that's how it goes. Next above me is Dave Lemon.
The old Lemon, as we like to call him.
39. He
Congrats,
also
Dave.
had Kotozakura. He also had Onosato. He and I were very good. He also had Wakamoto Haru. But he had Ryuden and Churanoumi. That Churanoumi was a good choice. Because if he had picked someone who hadn't performed well, he might have not beaten me. And I would have never let him live that down. But he did. In next place, these are all up by 1. So I was 5th, he was 4th. In 3rd place, we have Marvelous, 41 points. Hoshoryu kind of lost a couple of points there. Onosato also, Mitakeumi, another. See, look here in the upper Maegashira, all of us are Makekoshi so far. He had Shodai. He picked Shodai.
Wow, that kind of
helped him a bit. And Nishiki Fuji also did not do well for him.
Yeah, Shodai, not a pick that any of us were anticipating.
Yeah, let's look over here in the Jun Yusho. So far, none of us have gotten any points out of there. All right, so Marvelous, 41 points. And so our number 2 and our number 1 are Baseball Berry at number 1 and Moyu Sumo.
Nice.
Roy Hewitt, number 2. 1 point difference.
1 point.
1 point difference.
I feel pretty good about that.
1 point is that you got no specials.
Oh, rude.
He picked Teruno Fuji. Oh, I guess that means I probably... Oh, no, he didn't pick him over here. All right, yeah. But he gets an extra point of Teruno Fuji. So basically, you tied. But he beat you on extra points.
You know, I feel good about that. That is my best placement yet, and you know, I don't know Baseball Berry, so I'm going to just step into first place spiritually.
None of us really know. He's not someone who's shown up in our chat, as far as we know. He's just someone that likes the show and likes to play the game, which is great.
Yeah,
everyone is welcome to play the game.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to Baseball Berry and to me.
So you guys are going to go next time we run. You guys are going to be in the all-time champs list.
I love it. I thought you were saying you guys are going to go to an all-expenses-paid trip to Japan.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, if I get to be your guide, that's fine by me.
100%.
Abi, you picked Abi. He picked Kirishima, Kotozakura, Teruno Fuji. Atami, we both picked Atami Fuji, Oho, and Koto Shoho. Wakatakage, good choice. Bushozan. For some reason, he picked Bushozan to win the Yusho, which was really weird. But there we go. Yeah, look, no one in the entire thing picked either the first or second place guy.
That's funny.
Wow,
that's great.
There you go. Well done, Troy.
Thank you.
Jun Yusho Troy.
That's right. And now I am the sommelier. No, I'm kidding. I remain touchy-eyed Troy. Yeah.
I'll sit back and you can be on camera. I'll sit back and just make jokes from the...
You know what I mean? You know, it'll just be one really weird... Yeah, people will be like, did you know that sumo eat each other when they lose? It'll just turn bizarre.
Yeah.
I need you to keep me on the sumo rails, or otherwise it's flights of fancy. Yeah.
So let's, before we go, since we missed a couple of weeks. Usually we do an after the tournament kind of review. We're not
Yeah.
gonna, we're not going to do that this time. We've gone so long, whatever. But we look here and we look at what happened in this tournament. What's the fallout of this tournament? Well, Teruno Fuji got his 10th Yusho. And the question now becomes, we've been asking it for a long time. Now that he has gotten that and he's made his Dai Yokozuna, right? His legacy is set. Is he going to retire? Like, when is he going to retire? Because it's going to come soon.
Yeah.
And the way things have shook out at the beginning of this year, we seemed like we were right on the verge of someone else becoming a Yokozuna and freeing up that space and making it easier for him to retire. At this point, the guy we thought was on the verge is now no longer even an Ozeki. Our other Ozeki are Takakeisho is now dropping out of being an Ozeki. We've got Kotozakura, who's only been there for 2 tournaments, and Hoshoryu, who just hurt his hip so badly that he had to drop out. So we don't have anyone who's on the verge of becoming a Yokozuna.
No.
In fact, people, I don't know that they're right, but you know how people like to talk. People are talking like Onosato is our best shot at it, at the next person to become an Ozeki, and maybe he will, but he's got to become to become a Yokozuna. He's got to become an Ozeki first, and then he's got to win 2 tournaments in a row. So it's not happening anytime soon. I don't think we're not going to get another Yokozuna promotion anytime soon. So the question becomes, how long does Teruno Fuji want to hang in there? And additionally, what is the Yokozuna Deliberation Council going to say about it?
Yes.
What kind of pressures are going to be put on him? And I did not. I don't know what happened. Whether I just missed a bunch of news, but I didn't see anyone talking about any of this in the wake of this tournament. I think they're just kind of celebrating his win, and I didn't hear any. Usually, the week afterwards, the Yokozuna Deliberation Council will come out with a report or a statement saying, "Here's what we think. Here's what we expect," and those are the times when they will say to Yokozuna or an Ozeki, "We really think you need to perform better, or if this guy continues to perform like this, we suggest that he be promoted."
Yeah.
I didn't hear any of that.
Not a lot of that at all, really.
I don't know. I think that everyone's just kind of. I think everyone's kind of on pins and needles, waiting to see what Teruno Fuji decides. Whether he decides to say, "You know what, I'm in," or he says he's out. And it might be that behind the scenes he's talking to them, saying that he's out. Right? So much of this happens behind the scenes. So it might be my thoughts on it are maybe behind the scenes he's telling them, "I can't do this anymore. I gotta retire," and they're either talking him into out of doing it, or trying to figure out a plan for how to do it, what the timing should be, whether they want to encourage him, "Please finish the year," or do it at the New Year's tournament, or do it here or there. I don't know, but none of it is coming out into the press that I'm seeing. So yeah, I started this year saying I would be surprised if he was still fighting in January next year, and I think that's still the case. I think that he's going to retire either before the next tournament, or I don't know, if he comes back and is just as healthy. I can see him finishing both September and November and finishing the year and then retiring.
Yeah.
But I don't see him going into next year. I still don't think that's likely.
Yeah, I mean, this is the perfect finish, right?
Yeah. He got it. He got his win. I think, if anything, he now if there's a bit of it's pride and ego and trying to go out looking strong. um he got his, and he really wanted to get that 10th win. He's got that. Now the only possibility is that he looks at it and says, I put in a strong performance and then didn't perform well at the end, and I had to do it in a playoff when I should have won it on my own sometime in
Yeah.
those last 3 days, and I didn't. And I need to go and set that right. I need to go out really on top.
Right. Yeah. My
Maybe,
legacy.
but we've already seen it's hard. It's hard to stay in shape like that, and
Yeah.
up there, age wise for that position. In his body, he's got knee problems and back problems, and now both elbows are problems. So I don't know.
It's time. Yeah.
But Takanosho there at Maegashira 6, he had been up in the top around the Maegashira 1 and Komusubi Sekewake area a few years ago, and had fallen back down. If this was not just I mean, it's not one shot, because the last couple of tournaments he's done better. If he's really getting in a groove, he could come up and be a player for the next, certainly the next few tournaments. And if he's going to get into a real groove, he's really made an improvement. He could be one of those guys that's in the mix for a while. So we'll see. I'm not convinced that's the case, but it was good to see him fight well. I'm a little disappointed that he tried that Nodowa trick 3 matches in a row. That tells me that, my interpretation of that is that he doesn't have a lot of tricks in his bag. He found one that worked, and he was going to keep using it until he's going to have Pikachu keep doing a lightning blast until can take it. And Terunofuji took it. And I think that if he came back and fought Onosato again, Onosato would not fall for the same trick again. So we'll see. Onosato is going to be Sekewake again. Kirishima is going to stay at Sekewake. Who's our third Sekewake this time? Abi. So we're going to have 3 Sekewake again next. So 4, because Takakeisho is going to get dropped down to Sekewake. So we're going to have 4 Sekewake in September.
Nice.
So that'll be exciting.
It will be.
Yeah.
You know who's my brain is fading. Makakoshi?
Yes.
Me.
Are you Makakoshi?
I'm fading fast, my friend.
All right. Well, then let's wrap this up. I could go on and on, but I won't. We are gonna take next week off again.
Yeah.
Just to let folks know about that. There will be no show next week, but the week after, I think, is the week the Banzuke is released. So we may be back. We may be like dropping right into the Aki Basho.
Just parachuting right in?
Yeah. Just the whole Gen Con and COVID and everything knocked our schedule off so much that we're flying right into that timing. So we'll see. But folks should go to the Facebook group.
Yeah.
And while there, we'll keep you up to date on what's going on.
That's right.
Anything that happens in the news, I'll post links and probably a little opinion piece.
As you do.
This is what Stan thinks.
We like it.
Yeah, but there you go. It was an exciting tournament. Nagoya Basho.
It really was a really good one. Even with the pauses, for our professional and whatever lives, it was exciting, and I'm really starting to feel a little traction in my knowledge, and being spiritually first place in the
Yeah.
Fantasy Oyakata is not. It's not no bad thing. It's great.
No bad thing.
No bad thing.
No troubles.
No troubles. Except for this one where I'm about to.
Yeah. Well, there's that.
Um,
So yeah, hey Troy. I know we talked about it. I know that you're still in recovery mode.
Yeah.
And thank you for hanging in here for an
Absolutely.
hour.
Well, thanks
as
for
we talked
keeping me
about
entertained and also just through the whole Basho. This is a really this was a fun one. It was a lot of fun.
All right, so there you go. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations to Troy and Baseball Barry for doing so well in our Fantasy Oyakata, which we'll be getting ready to start the second one. It's once the Bonzo case out, time to do it again. Can you repeat?
I'll be wearing the crown and the belt and the.
I'm going to be the guy coming for you with a folding chair.
That's right. Well, yeah, that was a fluke that you wrote the last place. That is just absolutely ridiculous.
Sumo. That's sumo.
That's sumo.
All right. So you're gonna go grab your drums there, my friend.
I'm doing it. I'm not gonna pick them up. I'm just gonna
Play them where they are.
Yeah, I'm just playing where they are. All right, you ready?
I am set.
Here we go.
You have been listening to The Sumo Show, the live weekly podcast about the art and sport of sumo. Your hosts tonight have been Stan Brown and Troy Hewitt. Production by Troy Hewitt. Sommeliering by Stan Brown. And initial charge by Jun Yusho Tachiai Troy.
Hi.
So until next time, we say to you, ya mata ne.
Goodbye.